My name is Oscar.
My name is Carl,
and this is Who Would Watch This. Welcome to Who Would Watch This, the podcast where we watch a film, chat about the film, and then try and figure out who would watch it.
Today we're talking about Pufnstuf, which currently has a 6.5 on IMDb, a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 3.2 on Letterboxd. Oscar, what's the plot?
A little boy named Jimmy gets transported to a magical land filled with crazy characters and an evil witch. Whoa.
Wow. I'm in. I'm immediately sold.
And that was the log line. They were like, hells yeah. Carl, before we go back to last week, we don't have that. It's done. But you know what we normally do? We normally try and figure out who watches last
Well, it's
week.
not done.
It's not done.
We just haven't done it for this episode.
Yes, we're very brave in that sense.
Yeah.
So instead, we're just going to give it off the cusp who we thought we would watch it and a little bit of background because quite frankly, you picked this one.
Yeah.
Now I've watched it.
Surely you get it.
We'll get into that. But why did you pick this? Why did you pick this?
So we're in the middle of Old Month.
Yes.
And we were looking for things specifically around the 70s. So I did some
like
digging.
a eureka moment was like Pufnstuf, yeah.
I had it's like a bright light hit me.
Divine intervention,
and I was like, wow, Pufnstuf. I remember it. HR Pufnstuf. I can give you the song right now.
Yes.
A deep childhood memory. And I thought, that's pretty kooky and weird to do.
Yes.
Nobody had seen it. Looked it up on Letterboxd.
I couldn't believe this month we started off with like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, like I've heard that through colloquialness, and then we just got further and further into just odd 70s children's TV.
We've had an incredible month of asking the listener not to listen.
Yeah.
Because they've never heard of this bullshit.
No, it's brave.
HR Pufnstuf definitely freaked me out as a kid. So I've always remembered the witch sort of riding a broom.
Yep. It's what they're likely to do.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's driving a broom.
Yes.
Sorry, that's the iconography.
Yes.
Pufnstuf, which has always sort of like been a Pac-Man-esque character because his mouth is like wide and halfway through a sphere.
Yep.
And then a golden flute that always sort of freaked me out.
Now I've watched it. There's a TV show that has it. I don't know if it had like 17 episodes. This is the feature-length movie on this. Have you watched the TV show or are you a movie head?
So this is where I got thrown.
Yeah.
So I come in to this movie and I'm like, I know this. I know this film. It starts off, I remember everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is really coming back to me. A lot of memories, had it on video, everything like that. But I kept on waiting for the theme song. And
my partner was also waiting for the theme song.
Yeah.
Second of it,
and then it never came.
It never came.
And then I got to about 15 minutes into the movie and I went, this is basically everything I remember. So then I did some digging. I've really mostly only seen the show.
Great. Fantastic.
So it seems a lot of my memories. My mom ended up calling me today when I was watching it.
Yep.
And so I was able to have a pretty honest conversation with her because I said, I'm watching HR Pufnstuf for
That's
the
a
podcast.
raw conversation to have with her mother.
She was like, honestly, between this and Return to Oz, I don't know why you do what you do. I don't know why you fucking bother. And I said, did I watch the show or the movie? And she said, no, the movie scared you too much.
Whoa, gotcha.
So she was like, I don't think you've ever really finished that film.
Damn,
I
so
think
this is a big moment for you.
I think I found the moment as well. So I think I'm actually able to tell you where I likely turned off as a kid. But loved the show apparently.
Great. Okay, huge. Carl, we'll quickly do who we thought would watch this. I guess who did you think was going to watch this in your vague memory pre this? And now and we'll get into it at the end of the episode.
I think it could only be children born pre-2000s.
Yeah.
But they still have to be a child.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, an iPad cannot enter your like sphere of knowledge.
No.
That can't. And I get that. I do understand that. Who did I think was going to watch this? Off just the poster I remember last week. It's
kind of a great poster.
It's a great poster.
It's a better poster than film potentially. The poster's real. I was like, wow,
film posters in the 70s, they knew what they were doing.
They
They
were
were like, do
great.
I hand draw the Pufnstuf movie? Yeah, I guess we'll hire, I don't know, a guy for $100,000 to do it. And they just fucking nailed it. God. I don't know who would have watched this. I was a bit confused. My partner was ecstatic to watch it.
Yeah.
I just kept singing the theme song. I was like, why do you like it?
Did she remember the show or
No,
the movie?
nothing.
No, nothing. Just Pufnstuf?
Just the Pufnstuf.
Pufnstuf. He's your friend when things get tough.
So Carl, should we get into the actual film? And I think we should do a little caveat here. This is huge. If you're listening,
we've never done this before.
We've never done this. We're doing main prop comedy because while I was watching this, I came to the realization: one, plot kind of loose, and we're going to be I'm not saying it's a plotless movie. I'm saying it's a character study.
Yeah,
I'm saying it's a character study, like all great films.
It's like a Scorsese.
It's Scorsese, you know. It's akin to Taxi Driver, but I did think we're going to be referencing only characters. So I think we need a visual medium to show off the characters and what we think about them.
Yeah, it's very much a film where its only relevance now would be to say what were they smoking when they came up with
Exactly,
it all.
yes.
And we can't really talk about it unless you can see it.
Yes.
So,
I think we need to reference them in detail. So, Carl, this is huge now. Look to the screen. Star Wipe. That'll sell.
Yeah.
Okay, here's...
Now,
yeah.
Oh, what? No, you go, because this is your idea.
This is huge. Okay,
I
Carl.
was just like, there'll be enough plot.
No, there was not enough plot. 40 minutes in, I'm like, Carl, all I want to talk about is all the characters in detail. What we've got here right now is a good and evil scale. Every time a character is introduced, we're going to quickly show them up here. This is not if they're a good guy or a bad guy. This is just vibe-based.
Yep.
Because I do think some of them have a horrible aura, and some of them have a fantastic aura.
Some of them are my favorite thing I've ever seen.
100% me too.
Other ones are an object I'd kill.
Yes. I think that's why we've got here. So, I mean, look, the binaries of good and evil, we've got to have the spectrum here.
Yep.
That's what we've got here. And it also just gives us a visual cue of who we're dealing with.
Yep. And now I believe we're going through them as they're introduced in the film.
Yes.
So this is going to give us a good way to be able to talk about the plot on top of it. If you are listening and you do want to watch along, this episode is currently available on YouTube.
And Spotify.
Well, you can watch it on Spotify now.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
What the fuck does Spotify... What is Spotify doing now?
I just want to... I want just one app where I can just watch every video on. That's just sort of... And just sort of never think.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
It's like, it really threw me the other day. I accidentally swiped on YouTube and it took me to a shop. I was like, what the hell is this shop? And they're like, you can buy all the things from all your subscribers. Like,
You can just buy, so you can get the worst one is you can just play the games on the desktop on YouTube, and there's some of those vile games you ever play, but God, they're addictive. God, they're so addictive.
Let's rank them from good to evil too.
Oh, they're all evil.
This
That's
board's
easy.
here to stay for a while.
Carl, let's get into HR Pufnstuf, okay? Where do you want to start? You've got this this gorgeous 70s opening.
Yeah, look, it actually looks beautiful.
It does.
And the music's kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
I went and downloaded the opening song because I did enjoy it quite a bit. It is a lot of slow-mo running.
A lot of slow-mo running, a lot of gorgeous framing of it.
It's
Boy
really lovely.
just living his life, you know?
Felt like they really let this child loose in a forest, and they were like, just wander around, and it looked like he was just vibing on his own.
Yeah, really,
It
honestly.
felt like guerrilla filmmaking at its finest.
I don't know. I mean, because it's just like a slow title crawl, and we've had a lot of these for these films. I kind of miss it. It's quite nice just settle into it, you know? This has nothing to do with the rest of the film. It just sort of goes, the oranges and yellows, gorgeous.
They do a great job at because they then do this intro again 4 minutes later.
Yes.
They're just like, and now we've got an extra character in the intro, and you're like, oh, okay, we're padding?
We're padding.
We're padding the feature film?
The film has been padded. It's a 20-minute script. It's been padded to an hour and a half.
Oh, they've done an incredible job at it. What can I say?
Let's get into our main guy. We've got Jimmy here. I'm putting him just neutral. He's our main protagonist. He's our catalyst to get into this world.
So the issue with Jimmy
Yeah.
is I think Jimmy moves good and evil throughout.
Yeah, exactly.
So have we got another variation on Jimmy, sort of like, when Mario's in a squirrel outfit?
Oh, gotcha. Crazy. You're saying, I think he's got the full range of human emotions and morals.
Because
That's what I'm
look,
saying.
I've got a few different variations of Jimmy. If
Yeah.
I've got to be honest with you, we got Jimmy right now,
Yep.
not in a cowboy hat.
Yes.
We then got Jimmy in a cowboy hat.
That's very
way
fair.
different vibe in my opinion.
I agree. Now, the standard Jimmy, it's sort of introduced that he is like trying to join the band, and the band bully him. I thought this would ever come back. It just never came back.
It never came back.
Yeah.
I was shocked he never went back to the real world.
Right?
So I guess he's still out there.
He's still stuck in that world. I mean, it's just boats.
And
but,
did the world call to him?
the world abducted him.
Yeah, that's what it
Like
seems.
many do,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so I couldn't work out if we were in his imagination or if we were taking all that at face value.
I'm taking it all at face value. I think that's very important for this whole episode.
If it's all at face value, then I think the teacher was right to kick her out of the band.
Yeah.
Basically, he comes running in. He should never have run into the band situation.
No.
Somebody trips him. I'm going to say, how embarrassed would you be if your head went through a drum?
That is Oath 101. It's akin to flying into a gong, or
It
maybe
is.
like it's just bad for instruments, you know?
I know. And you know what? They don't fix that. They're like, the drum can keep going. Like, you're going to have to pause band.
Many drums can keep going. You just need one side of the drum.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a drummer, but that seems the right.
I think you're right. I think Jimmy's sitting
Jimmy's
in
our
our
neutral,
middle.
okay?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, but he's the catalyst, he's brutal. I think he's over here.
It's good to know that Jimmy's found a home.
Yes.
Okay, because he sure as hell doesn't find one in this film.
No, God, no. Now, Carl, he essentially he makes a blunder with the band. He runs off to the magical florist. He is a flutist. A florist? A flutist? I'm not sure what the name is.
So this is what threw me.
Yes.
Is they're like, Jimmy's a cool kid,
Yeah.
and he runs into the forest crying and throws his flute away. And I went, this is a great reveal. I went, that's why he's picked on. That's why he's picked on. He's a Cockney
can't
kid,
say-
moved to America, and he plays flute in band.
That's exactly what they said about Billy Elliot. You're just doing you're the bullies and Billy Elliot.
No.
You were like, that Cockney boy can never play ballet, and this Jimmy and this Cockney kid can never play a flute.
He was never going to go anywhere with these tools. He was set up to fail.
He should be a blue collar. He should be in the mines. That's what he's all for.
Rank your 3 favorite flutists.
Oof, that's impossible. It's too tough for me. You know that I can't. No, I shan't.
I know.
Shan't.
I could only do characters. Number 1, Willy Wonka.
Yeah, Willy Wonka's pretty classic.
I don't know who else has a flute. Is a flute also one of the ones that goes? Whoop,
that's a sliding whistle.
You see, if he had one of them, top of class. Top of the class.
Unfortunately, no. He does play the flute. Now, I don't really remember what the catalyst for the flute becoming to alive is.
Oh, it's that he throws it away, and I assume.
I
thought it was a hard reveal to say the flute feels pain, and I went, I think we need to disassociate more from the flute.
Yeah.
Have we got the flute?
We got the flute. We got Freddy the flute. He turns into a magical thing. Where do you want to put him?
I think we're edging towards evil.
I would agree. I would agree.
I think
Freddy's medieval.
Look, the flute has an evil face.
100%.
He does not move correct at all.
It's a great puppetry, and I
don't even know how they did it.
No.
That looks that good.
It's really fun.
It's
There's a lot of
incredible.
scenes where he's like in the shirt pockets and he's just like doing the animated voice. That's really great. The puppetry is fantastic. The problem is the puppetry is great. I am now very chilled by this flute.
Yes.
This flute has a horrible aura and is the sort of the Avengers Infinity Stones for this. I'm trying to connect to the audience here.
It's the only way to do it.
It's the only way to get
He's an incredible MacGuff.
Yeah, he's a MacGuff,
He's one of our favorite MacGuffs
He's
we've
a
ever
chat
had on
MacGuff,
the podcast.
it's good stuff.
Yeah.
He has got this sort of squeaky voice. I don't really know what his motivation is. Is it to help Jimmy to play the flute?
I think it's that he needs a friend.
Yes.
Because I believe I have the line, which is the flute looks at him and goes, "Let's have some fun, Jimmy." And Jimmy goes, "Yay!" And they just run around the forest.
They do run around the forest. They're living the best lives. They find a boat.
It's just, I was like, wow, we are meeting characters left, right, and center. Do we talk also about how the beginning of the movie starts with the witch?
Yes.
Should we talk about that?
Yes, I think it ends with, it's sort of like a pre-credit sort of like blackout. We get introduced to Witchy Poo.
It's a flat-out threat of her going, "You better finish this film.
Yeah.
You stop eating.
Yeah.
Finish this movie."
It's good stuff.
I wish all movies started that way,
Yes.
with the villain coming out and threatening the
my
audience.
God, wouldn't it be good? I mean, can you imagine if the Joker was like, "Hey, why didn't you get this popcorn?" But that, so, I'm not a writer.
Yeah.
I'm not a writer.
I
I'm
just
not
finished.
crazy.
I just watched Wuthering Heights, so I think if Generational Trauma came out and was like, "Hey,
Finish your popcorn.
finish your popcorn now and don't you turn off Wuthering
Go get a
Heights."
top. Support your local businesses. That's really would have been. I mean, Emma Fennell would never, and that's really why some people don't. I don't think she has the gall to put generational trauma in a fog-esque.
I know,
way.
and it's because in the film that is just a walking thing.
A walking, talking
It's
character.
a walking, talking character. It doesn't suit it, and now I've seen the movie. I get why it's polarizing. It was weird to make Generational Trauma a talking human.
But God, wasn't it hot when its fat cock just came in? And you go, "Fuck me, dead." I mean, maybe it's hot.
It was crazy that it was Barry Keoghan. Barry Keoghan was just the concept of generational trauma.
He was like, "I'm trying out my Beatles out on my accent, so I'm generational trauma."
He came in full bob cut.
I'm Ringo. I'm a generational trauma. God damn. Yeah, so we do get introduced to Witchy Poo. The boat is going across, and then the witch goes, "Nah, evil boat." We'll get into Witchy Poo. Now, personally, I'm putting Witchy Poo very high up.
I was pretty empathetic towards Witchy Poo.
Yes?
I think because she just cried so much through the film.
Whoa, a woman's in pain and you mock that?
She
She has goals and aspirations and you shit on that?
It was
Have
simply,
a moment of emotional weakness.
simply a lot of shouting from her.
She's got a lot on her plate.
I was
She's
shocked.
got a function to run for some of the biggest witches. I don't know how
She's doing. It's like she's been told, "Day of, you're running Comic-Con this year."
Yeah.
Okay, so I
it
get
felt
that.
like it felt like the UN of witches, honestly.
And
quite
she
frankly.
has not got a performance to come out with dinner, so
No.
she needs that flute.
No, I think honestly, Witchy Poo, big a lot of good vibes. I liked the actor. I liked the performance. I thought some of the constantly the camera will crash zoom into her, and she goes, "What the frick is going on?"
Okay, yeah. There's a lot of fourth wall breaking where she looks at us at one stage and goes, "My mom told me I should have married a werewolf." Like, what is this world?
Where do I put her? I'm happy to go neutral. I go neutral.
Look, it's not that I don't think that she's good, and it's not that I think that she's evil. It's just that I hate her.
Oh wow!
I think that this is more.
That looks poorly.
I know you're saying you're loving this performance. Yeah. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
She's giving a lot in a movie that's already got a lot.
You
know who's got nuance? Jimmy. I don't know who's this. It's like Jack Wilde or somebody like that. Nuance.
Well, he got nominated. He's an Oscar nominee. Imagine he got the Oscar nom for Oliver, and then he went, you know what? I'm going to do this.
The smartest thing he did was come into the movie and say, "This movie's a bit too fantastical. I'm going to play it bored.
I'm going to play it stripped back." looking at Pufnstuf going, "This is a bit nonsense. Yeah. I'm gonna do my own thing."
When they're like, "Just so you know, you're dancing and singing, mime it because we're gonna overlay it," and he's straight up going, "All right, I'm not learning the words. I'm not gonna mime it that well. I don't care." And I went, "Yes, this is what because everything's so outrageous. It was great to have somebody in the middle anchoring the film."
A cynic just going, "I'm not a fan of this nonsense." Now he's then brought. The boat transforms to evil, and he's now at the island. What's the island called?
It's Living Island.
Living Island. It's clever.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
It's like the Living Island they go to in like Life of Pi. They're like, it's the cannibalism. If we found out at the end that he ate all of these people, it'd be like,
would you be surprised? Of course I wouldn't. Of course I wouldn't. No.
It'd be like the flute was his only thing of happiness due to how much he came to love
It was
flesh.
heroin. It was heroin. It was a little baggie of heroin he found in the woods, and that's how he got it, you know? What do you think of our titular HR Pufnstuf?
Okay. How did you feel? Because when I was pretty shocked to find out we'd be dealing with this voice of HR Pufnstuf the whole movie.
I was very surprised at all the voices. This is an odd choice of a sort of mopey, sort of, I don't know, guys.
He's pretty down.
Yeah.
But kind of high-pitched occasionally.
Yes.
And then I also just lost it because they said... it's like they were it's like the writers were sitting in a room and they were like, Pufnstuf's going to have this sort of dopey down voice. It's going to be, but it's still going to be pitchy.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, okay, but how's he going to sing? And the creator went, operatic.
Which was a fantastic choice.
It was a crazy choice.
Consistently, you'd be listening to it like a la-doo-doo, and then you hear a gorgeous voice cut through.
And Jimmy's like, oh my God. And then the fact that also Pufnstuf has a little cowboy hat.
Cowboy hat and the boots. That's really good. However, spiritually as a mayor, I think he's correct.
It's honestly, he's kind of comes out drag.
Yeah.
He's like, what if I did little boots and a hat?
What if I was Pink Pony Clubbing right now?
Yeah,
you know?
Honestly.
No, I do think he's evil. Where you?
Well, you think he's that low?
I think he's a poor mayor. I'll be going neutral.
I think he's good.
The boots are doing a lot.
You're telling me when this guy at the end of the film is rotating with an apple in his mouth, he ain't good?
That is good. That is a lot of fun.
Me that
There's a lot of vision. That massive apple, that is, you know what? You're right there. That's our leader, okay?
God, he is... There's some incredible costume design in this, and for whatever reason, Pufnstuf is the worst. He is saggy. He looks like
a theme park from the 70s. But then there's other things. You're like, what? How'd they do that?
Let's get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
What is Pufnstuf?
Great cue. I was under the impression he was a lizard.
Yeah. I thought maybe he was a dinosaur.
Okay. I mean, in fairness, they aren't the same.
I know.
genome.
Well, he's definitely got lizard energy.
Yeah.
But what's it? Everybody's definitively through the movie. You get characters that are like, this is a book, this is a boat.
Well, yeah, no.
But what the hell is this?
No. I will agree. Some are like, I'm just a book. And
I'm
nonsense.
so definitely an object.
Some are like a tree, but I also am a subculture of humanity.
Yeah.
You know, we'll get into that soon. But yeah, no, he's a dopey little lizard, I'd say.
I would say the reason he's their leader is because the other objects themselves don't know what he is.
Yeah.
And so there's no other choice but to elect him to power.
Totally. I think a lot of them are spineless, and dare I say, lizards' main thing is they got a big spine.
They got a great
They got a long spine, at least.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think you're absolutely right.
Thank you.
It's just like we elect on length of spine, and he slithered in. We go, ooh!
He's a dirty politician, but, the best snake wins. That's what I'll say. Carl, we now get introduced to, essentially, he has saved by the islands, we sort of get a chorus, a pandemonium of characters pretty quickly and pretty quick. How do you want to do this? Because this was genuinely too much for me.
This was overwhelming.
Yeah.
To the point that because it was a handful of things of like the witch comes in and is like, boom, your boat's evil.
Yeah.
Boom, you're crashing into this island. Pufnstuf sees what's going down and is like, I'm going to get my little rescuers to go and get him. Have we got the 2 rescuers?
We've got Kling and Clang.
Jesus Christ, is that their name?
That's their name.
Big. Okay, huge reveal.
I got to tell you, Kling and Clang, very evil. I think Secret Police, I'm not a big fan of these guys.
Wow, you reckon Secret Police?
Yeah.
I thought they were giving me Bert and Ernie vibes where I said,
You're
I think Living
that's
Island is homophobic and these guys have to live in a world of they're not lovers.
Here's the thing.
But I bet
Regardless,
they are.
prejudice. There's prejudice afloat.
There's so clearly a hierarchy because these 2 guys, no spine down the bottom of the pack.
That's how many people in this world operate. If you're lacking a spine, and that's just like in terms of like physicality of what you are.
Yeah.
If you're a clock, kind of spineless because you've got wood.
Yeah, it's my understanding that Living Island is like the jungle, and so there is a circle of life. So I think it's only a matter of time before Pufnstuf eats these 2 fellas.
I agree. Now, where do you want to put Kling and Clang? I think they're pretty. I think they're evil.
I think they're very evil. But you know what? Can I have a look at the 2?
Yeah, of course you can. Clang is green and Kling is red.
Look, I would hate to put them both in the same boat.
Oh, huge!
Because I think they both stand for something different.
Powerful.
So I would like to pitch to you. I think Clang is easily the most evil.
Yep, 100%. Clang is right there down the evil.
Can I say Kling?
Yeah.
I think he's pretty good.
Look, I'm happy to not go to the purist, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a
Okay,
deity.
maybe around here.
I'm not saying he's a deity. I'm saying he's been around, but I'm glad you do agree that Clang is, there's something wicked in his
There's
eyes.
something wrong with Clang.
Yeah.
And I think the moment Kling's gone, Klang's going to become the ruler of the land.
It's not good. You need to keep this man oppressed, and quite frankly, it's like really like a yin and yang or a Kling and Clang. That's, oh my god. You can't have one without the other. Chills.
Do they verbally say this, or is this from the show that people know that that's Kling and Clang?
No, I just knew that off the bat. That was Kling and Clang.
I would love it that you've named them all.
I get real racy at the end. Don't you worry.
I mean, considering it's just Jimmy, Witchy Poo, and HR Pufnstuf, you'd think someone was just making it up on the spot.
100%.
Who's this witch? Witchy Poo. Who's the other witch? Boss Witch.
Okay, Carl.
God, this is going to be an absolute rapid fire.
This is going to be a rapid
I
fire.
don't even know how to comprehend this because I had that look when they go, hey guys, we're hitting a musical number off the bat upon arrival. Get everyone out here. I went this.
How do you want to do this? I've grabbed a wad of characters.
It is like a centimeter thick. This is crazy. You could throw this at a stripper and she'd be upset. She'd go, why is there's magnets and kooky characters on this?
All right. How about you go. I'm going to put my mic down and I'm going to put them down here. You're going to read out what they are and then you're going to give me a good and evil.
Okay, jeez. Judy the Frog, loved her. Now, people, if you want a little bit of backstory here about Judy the Frog, design, name, based on Judy Garland. Did you know this?
I did not know that. I fucking love that. One of the actors at the end, who's the boss witch, I think is essentially like the comedians, had a similar fate to Judy Garland. Married like 7 times. I'm putting Judy Frog very well.
I love Judy Frog. She came out with a bit of pizzazz.
Yes.
You know, like she could be like one of the briefcase girls on Deal or No Deal.
100%.
You know?
100%.
So,
and that's a very high job.
Also, she's got great
legs.
They accentuate her legs by giving her like ducktails, and I thought that was a choice too.
It's really good
She's
stuff.
very high. She could be.
I'm very happy, and it was one of the reasons why I was like, I think we need to do a character sheet for this. I'm putting a good. I'm putting a very good.
Do we think there's a little bit going on between Pufnstuf and Judy?
100%. Pufnstuf, I didn't even bother because his wife had no pizzazz. But there's a woman HR Pufnstuf. I don't think she cuts it.
In this?
Yeah, they barely give her any time.
Wow,
Just
I
quite
didn't pick up on that.
I think they're divorced. Carl, very important. You got TikTok here.
Okay, so now, did you scream? Because I did going, another TikTok.
As did I. And it's funny that I think any animated clock is just going to be called TikTok. I don't know what that is.
There's no other reason.
Yeah.
The reason we're so excited about TikTok is because in Return to Oz, there's also a TikTok who is absolutely hideous and horrible.
A horrible entity.
And so I think there's a real element as well about good and evil in this film is because TikTok has horrid eyes.
He has got very evil eyes.
Such horrid eyes.
Oh God, he's got very scary.
Right?
It's definitely scary. I don't know, and we'll get into there's just such a myriad of.
Imagine having a bell on your head. Imagine that thing ringing every single time of day, huh?
You'd end it all. God, we also got Miss Wristwatch. I assume TikTok and her are married.
I don't think they know each other. I'd go so as if they haven't met.
Great. I'm putting a pretty slightly evil, but God, she's a minx.
I reckon it's going to be one of those things where they're just like, hey, TikTok, have you met Wristwatch? And he's like, I actually can't. We both serve the same purpose. I'm afraid if people see us in the same location together, they'll say one's got to go.
Yeah, one's got to go.
We can't have one of everything. You seen Pufnstuf? He's so his own thing. Okay, we can't have multiples on the island.
I'm the slacker spine. I'm the wrist.
Absolutely.
Okay. We got Googie Gopher. This character pops up quite a bit. It's the mole guy.
Oh, yeah. Look, I got sick of the mole.
Yeah, I got sick of the mole too.
However, Hero?
Yeah.
I think he's the most helpful of anybody. Anytime they need to get in and out of any situation, he's like, I'm here now.
Yeah. We also have the Boyds. This is the band that plays here. HR Pufnstuf up in an operatic voice goes, the Boyds.
Oh, yeah, I do, because she sort of saunters in like this and
She's
is
got
like,
good...
I got my own sort of boogie going on.
Yeah,
and
she's
you're
moxie.
like changing the tempo.
I
love
like
it.
Like jazz.
Good?
I think good.
Under Pufnstuf?
I'm putting it right over here.
God, this board's getting full
It's
quick.
getting very aggressive. Now, we also have Dr. Blinky. Dare I say, a pretty, almost a vizier, but what a coward.
So, I loved Blinky because did you recognize this voice?
I did. I couldn't figure out what it was. Do you actually know what it is?
This voice is all through every Mel Brooks movie.
Oh my god!
So I don't know if you've seen Spaceballs.
Yeah, I
or
couldn't
Men in
realize
Tights
it's like
and
a
things like
whiny
that.
sort of voice. It's really funny. I'm glad. Okay, that was actually hurting me. That's great. Very evil. He's got a fucking evil vibe to him. You can't be ridiculous. He's HR's right-hand man. Quite frankly, he leads him down the cowardly trail. At one point, he's like, do we just fucking kill all the witches? He wants to go to the nuclear option immediately. He's a bad vizier. I think he's fucking evil. I mean, he's a fucking evil man.
I would love to see this guy with the other owls of Ghoul.
Oh my god, he'd fucking destroy them. He'd be like, let's nuke those
They're
guys
like,
over
why
there.
is that owl huge? Absolutely huge.
You'd be like, is he in the disguise? Is he the evil mountain? You know, is that what it is?
That's what it sort of feels like.
I'm putting him in evil. Carl, I also did do this because I thought this one was great. It's Hippie Tree.
I loved Hippie Tree.
Hippie Tree was a real nice moment.
I think I like the characters that come in with a POV.
Yes.
They come in like they know it.
Every film needs a character with a POV. You want to have a character have agency, and I feel like Hippie Tree had a lot of it.
I was stunned because Jimmy comes in, labels him a hippie tree, and is like, "You got fucking hippie trees on this island." Almost. He was slurish,
a bit Nixon-esque. I think just like you got those dirty hippies on your island. Like, Jesus, Jimmy, I don't know if you could have.
In
that.
the end, this is just a tree with glasses. Let him have some fun, Jimmy.
Jimmy's a Republican. I think
we're gonna have to put Jimmy down a little.
I think so.
I think. You know, we said Jimmy would move through the episode. Yeah. He's dipping a little bit below Witchy Poo. Yeah. But don't worry, Flute. You're staying where you are.
Hippie Tree's very solid.
I gotta tell you, Hippie Tree's a hero to all.
Hippie Tree is very high.
I reckon it's one of those things where even if this movie bothered to have an all is lost moment, Hippie Tree would have come through with some words of wisdom.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I feel like Goofy Gobo really had to sort of pick up the slack. Yeah. But I really think Hippie Tree could have really nailed it.
A part of me wondered if Hippie Tree was killed off at some stage, because I thought he was going to make a valiant return.
He might have been chopped down, because that's how trees die.
Sometimes.
Or poisoned.
Essentially, a hurricane does hit them.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe, you know.
Yeah. We're still going from this number.
Yeah, we've also got the pelican. At one point, Jimmy gets in the pelican's mouth to fly somewhere.
Horrified me.
Horrible.
Absolutely horrified
Was
me.
not happy. Was not happy.
It didn't look right, and I'm not for it.
No. I mean, as a mode of transport, not a big fan. As a character, even less.
I think. Where'd the other boat go? Because the boat came and got him. Do they not have any other boat?
No. I think the boat ended up being at Witchy Poo's house.
It seems just frustrating to be like, well, you brought me here on a boat. Why is my only mode to get back Pelican?
Yeah. It's not on.
Have some other options.
I'm putting him in evil.
Do we think the Pelican maybe would have eaten him on the way?
Of course he would have.
He was like, no, the fish in there is a meal. And I'm like, how can you tell the difference between a child and a fish? They're of a similar size.
Exactly. I'm glad you said that. This is an evil man. Right, just so you understand, I do feel like all those characters were important, and it is overwhelming.
There's currently like 13 characters on the board already. Yeah. We are under 15 minutes in the film.
Yes.
And so I did get to the point where I went, I think this is where I turned it off, is the tree sneezes. Not the tree, the house sneezes.
Yes.
And that horrified me.
Whoa, okay.
I think that brought too much personification into the movie. Is that when everything comes to life?
Yeah.
I was like...
That is a theory, just like you couldn't handle that? I couldn't.
I hated it.
I mean, what were you doing to inanimate objects? Were you just like...
I think I didn't like the fact that it meant that then I was inside. It meant that if I was in my house, I too could be eaten.
Yeah, like Abraham.
So it took away all my safety.
Like Pinocchio, you know? I back that.
It absolutely took away my safety net, and I never felt safe again.
Well, normally
if I had to wager a guess.
Yeah. I mean, like physically, walls are great for a child in a home, but imagine those walls that were a big tongue. Horrible. Not on. That's all the main island characters for a hot minute. You're looking and shaking disgusted. I was too.
It's so many.
I hate these guys the most. Do you want to get into Witchy Poo sort of vibe?
Yeah, so Witchy Poo is like, I still need that flute.
Yeah.
So I have the object so I can get Witch of the Year.
Yeah.
It's a shame that it's a shame that witchery's turned into just business.
It's politics. It's just not on, is it?
I know the last few Witches of the Year have not deserved it. It's all about votes. It's all about who campaigns early, who's got money in their pocket.
Exactly. Consistently, you get some witches that don't even know who the nominees are.
Witchy Poo's underfunded.
Yep.
She's underfed.
Yep.
And they still think she needs and she's saying she's still in the race.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
It is not fair.
I reckon they need to unionize.
You need a union and you need a people's witch.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying, you know?
And you know what? I wouldn't have picked any of these as the people's witch.
Oh my God,
Jimmy
no.
comes in as a witch at one point.
Oh,
now
Jimmy.
That's the people's witch.
I'm glad you said it. Jimmy has pizzazz as a witch. And when he is a witch, he's very up here.
I think Jimmy comes into himself as a witch.
I think so
and
too.
I think he should have made that pivot. I reckon he should have made a career change.
You know, I agree. There's a song that one of the other witches sings, which is about being brave. And I thought, maybe Jimmy had a listen to that. I went, you know what? I know I want to be.
I think witches had a real feminist movement in the movie, and it actually felt like this was a safe place.
Yeah.
And so it was a shame that then this cast of fucking characters come in.
I gotta tell you,
hit them all with a bit of glitz.
This goddamn owl is like, what if we went in there and fucking just...
How come this owl's a fascist?
Oh, cool. And you know what? And we won't spoil it, but my God.
Big reveal at the end?
Yeah.
Fascist.
Yeah. 100%. He's like, you know what? They bombed us. Maybe we should go out there and fucking kill them.
It cuts to at the end. He's
where's
chopping
diplomacy?
down Hippie Tree. And you go, no, not Blinky. Blinky, leave Hippie Tree alone.
Carl.
Jimmy watches.
Carl, do you want to get into Witchy Poo's henchman?
Look, Witchy Poo has a bad home life.
Oh.
And
okay.
I think in the sense that she hasn't got no time for
She
herself.
Okay, huge.
Because she's having to put so much time into these fuckers.
Now, I agree. I mean, good for her having real estate in this pretty hard to get real estate in this hard economy, you know. It's an island, you know, living island, you know. It's nice to get castle real estate.
She's also so clearly just got the rejects from this group. When, like, they're having a music number and they're like, Bat, you're off key.
Yeah.
Get out.
Go to the castle. Let's get it.
Spider, you're creepy crawly, you're a little limp. Get out.
Carl, let's jump into it. It's Stupid Bat. That's his real name.
Look, Stupid Bat needs eye care.
Stupid Bat's main bit is flying too fast and then making a trumpet noise and hitting his head. Will I say I laughed every single time this happened? Yes. Do I think that's a good contribution? Yes. I'm putting Stupid Bat right at the top.
That's nuts to go so high.
Stupid Bat was a big favorite of mine. Stupid Bat really carried the film for me. Every single time he flew into they put a man on
oh, you can see the
wire.
strings. It looks sick. It's some of the worst wire work I've ever seen, and they don't care.
It really adds to it. It really adds to the film.
Vibe.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's really good. Stupid Bat, and a great name as well. Really nailed it.
Did you name him?
That's the real name.
Just crazy.
Don't you think he's good?
Isn't it nuts? We have like Cling, Clang, Mrs. Richwatch, and then Pufnstuf, and then just Judy.
Where's Judy? Oh yeah, the frog. You know.
Last name the frog. Like she committed an art crime.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's Judy the frog.
Judy the frog.
She stole the Mona Lisa. Judy the frog.
Carl, Seymour the spider. This is sort of the sort of cauldron expert, I'd say.
I want to throw out something about Seymour the spider. Yuck.
Yeah.
Hated Seymour the spider.
I agree.
Never helped.
Yeah.
Didn't lift a finger. Always a coward. Witchy Poo needed someone to lean on. Too hairy.
Yeah. I'm putting him bad. He's not evil. He's just pointless. He's just a pointless character. I was not a big fan of
God,
this.
he's so ghoulish.
Yeah.
What a horrifying creature. It's also tough because, like, I know that some bits of him are meant to be, like, fingers and arms.
Yeah.
But they all look like teats.
They all
and
do
I
like-
hate the idea of a spider having teats. That in itself is an upsetting concept.
A spider already, not great, just as a human psyche thing. But if you chuck a bunch of orifices of that can squirt milk out of it, it just feel, and there'd be webs as well. So you're just getting a messy animal. It's actually a horrifying.
If in any film they were like the big villain's a spider with teats, like for milk.
Yeah. The film Milk, like Harvey, what's it called?
He's all for spiders with teats.
And I gotta tell you, I was anti
We've
it.
got a march on Washington to get these spiders with teats out in front and center.
It's a movement I can't back. What if the message was just like, no, maybe that wasn't right. Maybe it was going
Who was
too far.
going to go out, Milk? That would be me. Excuse me, Milk? Who do you reckon's going out for spider for
I've
teats?
never seen Milk. I assume Sean Penn's main part of the film is just him getting sort of the sort of gravitas for like, hey, would you like to come marching? And he's like, what's it for? It's like, well, it's for spiders with teats. And you go, I don't know if I'm really for that.
We
He's like,
thought this was more of a queer rights thing, and he's like, no, not even close. You're way off.
why do you think my name's Milk? It's from the spider teats. That's how they got it.
Absolutely. Oh, what a horrible time to be alive.
Well, the 60s or the spider teat time?
Now looking at this fucker.
God, we got Orson Vulture. He's sort of the right-hand man to Witchy Poo. Normally he's in The Witch, Broom.
Now, this was another voice that I thought didn't really make sense.
No.
Like, right now, hit me with your best Vulture.
I gotta go.
Oh, wow, you would have gone... I would have got harsh. I think it's more snickery.
Sorry, what I would have gone for the Vulture?
Yeah.
Oh, like a Vizier.
Here's the
I'm
thing.
doing Vizier. Sorry, I'm thinking what he did.
Okay,
He's
take a sec. Here's the brief.
Hear me.
Somebody's reached out to you that said, Oscar from the Who Would Watch This podcast, we're going to cast you as the Vulture in Pufnstuf.
It happens very often. Yes, go on.
This is your self-tape to camera. How are you approaching the character?
You're going Vizieri. You're going a bit sly. You're going a bit sire. You know, it's all this sort of stuff. This guy comes out buffoonish, and that's just not on. However, I will say I do like his moxie. I feel like he's always trying to give it a go. I do think he's goodish. I think he's sort of Kling level good, you know? That's just me.
I think that's nuts to go there.
Where do you want to put him? He is a villain, just so you know.
It feels like every time you show me a picture, it's the first time I'm seeing the character.
That was a pivotal character. I can't believe you would even...
Why has he got like such a big like orb on his head?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess an
I'd to
egg...
call him Orson.
I feel like you're trying to be too hateful. I mean, where do you want to put this bird, then?
I feel like you put him up here and good. I think he's around here. I mean, he's in between...
Clang and Seymour Spider.
Yeah.
Look, I'll give you that.
I like that we're going sideways now.
Yeah, you gotta find space.
It's crazy to fit him in. How many more of that? Jesus Christ.
Carl, okay, essentially the film is, okay, we need to get this flute, and her henchmen are sort of going back and forth with these island people trying to get the flute.
Nobody really has a strong plan.
Yeah.
Except Witchy Poo, who's going, I think what's really going to throw them is Jimmy's having character blindness.
Yes.
There's so many characters he's been introduced to that if I throw one more into the pile, he won't notice.
He's overwhelmed. He is freaking out. It's like a
Yeah.
flashbang of like puppetry.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So Witchy Poo's like, you know what? I'm going to do a sort of like Adam and Eve sort of thing. Disguise myself as a snake. Hot woman. Steal the
So
flute.
she's like, I know what Cockney 11-year-old children love. Fully grown women.
Bit of skirt. And it works. That's the great thing about the whole thing.
She goes, I've got a character, and I think I know how I can slither into that group. And I've got somebody. It's Mrs. Bugaloo.
Huge.
She's like, I'm a lived-in character.
Yes.
I like to dance. I like to boogie.
Yeah.
And it's crazy she sort of in and is like, I like to dance with flutes. And Jimmy's like, hold this one then. It's alive.
Yeah. It's a great, honestly, she plays into the hand. And quite frankly, it's a fun little song.
Yeah.
It hasn't really caught me, but I'm all for Witchy Poo. On this point, I'm at Witchy Poo's side.
I know.
I think this cast of characters are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, she's got to be a moxie.
She's right. She runs away and they're like, Mrs. Bungaloo, where are you going with
I
the
think
flute?
at one point, HR Pufnstuf is like, I know my villains. Oh, shit. A woman? Get on in here.
But then you know what I loved?
What?
Is this then happens to her.
It is a real cat and mouse of just nonsense. And quite frankly, sick of it.
You go, well, she probably has a good hold on who Jimmy is.
Yeah.
No, even she's like, what did Jimmy look like again? The character, everybody's like, there's 40 characters roaming around this land. I can't place any of them.
This is not even all of them. These were just the notable ones.
We've culled half. Half aren't in the film, not including variations of like Jimmy is a witch or Witchy Poo is Mrs. Bugaloo. Like it's
just a lot, you know.
It is nonsense, the film.
She has the flute. This is huge for her. Her plan now is she calls up her best friend. Do I get into Witch Hazel?
Yeah. Do I want to get into Witch Hazel now? Yeah, I fucking do.
Witch Hazel is her best friend, Witch, they're also kind of like sparring. I love this relationship. What a bunch of bitches.
Everything with the witches works really well. Oh, Witch Hazel's going high.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you, there is a Chapel Roan-esque vibe to Witch Hazel that I love.
Well, it's played by the lead singer of Mama and the Papas. I can't remember.
I'm not going to pretend to know what you're talking about.
It's Lily Brown. She had a fun little career. She died very young, though.
Oh.
Yes. But very massive 70s.
I think she's rocking her look. She's definitely really confident on screen.
Yeah.
I think this is
She's
great.
so fun.
Yeah,
She's so
this is
fun.
really good.
There's one point in the film, I'll just jump into that at the end, where like they're doing a talent show for the big witch ball.
As you would.
Of course.
Like Jellicle Cats would.
Oh my God. And then she sings a song called Different. Holy shit. I was like, wow, this is a stunning song.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great voice.
Oh my God.
Great character.
Yeah.
Absolutely steals the show.
Yeah.
I was like, that's Witch of the Year, baby.
I was like, what the fuck's this flute gonna do that?
Easily the strongest Witch of the Year contestant I've ever seen.
Yeah.
One
It
of
really
these
is an American
conventions.
Idol, and I can't believe Witchy Poo is like, I got a weird flute. You're like, don't bother.
She's going off frame.
Yeah, I'd happily go off
That's
frame.
how high she is.
Yeah.
That is the goodest witch ever.
Yeah.
Can I tell you right now, I would love them to do Wicked with her, Witchy Poo.
Oh my God. And they have a really fun like dynamic. They're on the phone. They're kind of like being a bit like, what'd you get up to? Like, I did this. It's really cheap.
What
I love
havoc
it.
have you been causing today?
It's really fun.
Yeah.
I think it works, you know.
I also love how they talk to each other. Have we done Boss Witch?
We haven't done Boss Witch yet.
Okay, am I getting ahead of myself?
We can get into it.
I just like that they
she's stolen the flute. These banger characters. I will say, at what point Witchy Poo is like, I've got the flute, and she's like, my main thing is I can't use my magic on the island. I think it's a bold-faced lie. At one point, she essentially rains fire down on the island, blows the whole thing up.
There is a part when Witchy Poo rocks up and makes everybody tiny. It's a great effect, actually. Makes them all tiny. And you go, you are so powerful.
Yeah.
How are you not ruling the land?
100%.
Because these buffoons are trying to like Beatles their way out.
Yeah, they got real estate. I can't believe it. Anyway, but yes, no, she has the flute. She's sort of planning her whole thing. What are these guys doing?
They've got a plan, and that's that they too are going to do dress up. They're going, look, she's not. If we couldn't understand who the witch was, she's got no read on who Jimmy or Judy the Frog is.
Like, I had days to plan this. And quite frankly, the witch was like, oh God, I got a blur. I think I saw Judy Garland the Frog.
Yeah.
I'm confused why
She's always up on her broom looking down and being like, is that a wristwatch and a clock?
That seems ridiculous.
That seems weird to have both.
Like maybe one's analog. I don't know. Maybe one's a bit more different. You know, they are freaking out. These guys. Where are they?
They've got a cling and a clang. Why do they need so many?
She's trying, but you guys could condense this. This is nonsense. It's great war tactics.
Honestly, her idea is to just consolidate main characters. She's like, you guys should halve. Anyway, so they're like, okay, here's our idea. I've just met a fireplace. Let's talk about fireplace.
Oh my God, fireplace, real great stuff. This is fireplace.
Yeah.
I'm putting him very high up for the one and only reason.
Higher than Witch Hazel?
No, that's wrong. Judy the Frog can go a bit down. She has one even.
No, not Judy the Frog.
Fireplace has a "Nah, you she" voice. Really came into him.
Rocked me.
And
I went, because some of the voices are so poorly matched to the character design, the fireplace is inspired.
Fireplace is smoking a massive cigar and going, you see, you need some smoke, eh? And wow, at this point I went, pause, I need it now. That was the first character I put down. I was riveted by Fireplace. Fireplace really had a place in my heart.
So the idea is to get Fireplace to blow smoke through a tunnel Mole has done into Witchy Poo's home.
Yes.
At which place is an eclectic 6 of these characters dressed as firemen. They
Which
happen to have the costumes, which I loved.
Well, I mean, it's breaking the Geneva Conventions.
It really is drag.
Yeah.
It's a drag off.
Yeah.
Well, they're just like, oh yeah, well, our troops look and slay in these fire fits. And she's like, you are, come on in.
Come in the castle, get the flute. The flute's really the crown of RuPaul, really. That's really what the whole thing is. They do storm the castle.
Yeah, they get in, and Witchy Poo is upset that they not only take the flute, but sort of kick everything down on their way out.
Yeah.
It does feel like they've come to her home turf and really
fucked her shit up. I mean, granted, you know, it's really they just keep back and forth, really, this whole film.
It felt like, honestly, if I had to compare this movie to something, Eddington.
Oh my god.
It's that. It's
it really
the back
feels
and forth.
That. It's the same length.
Why won't both sides leave each other alone? This is America.
This is America. This is 2025 encapsulated. Judy the Frog represents something. We'll let you figure that one out.
Yeah.
You know?
We're not gonna handhold and spoon feed you. If you don't understand
if you guys don't know this board, then you don't know politics. You know, that's really what this is America.
Sorry.
Maybe, I don't know, open your eyes to what the world is.
Huh?
This is it.
This is what life is, okay? Get over it. Sometimes you're born a cling, other times you're born a clang. That's fucking life.
You can't say that word. That's a horrible slur to some of the people
I can't.
in this allegory. My allegory. Carl, we also really quickly get introduced to Book and Skull. Where do you want to put Book and Skull? I was a big fan of Book and Skull.
Okay, so I've got to say right now, same as Cling and Clang, loved Skull.
Yeah.
I didn't love Book.
Book was a bit like, I've done the research. You could open me up. I thought it was sexual. I thought it was sexual.
You know, I thought this was like, those are crusty pages. Okay, I think we know Pufnstuf's done some things to the book.
Jesus Christ, Book, have you been jizzing in yourself?
It does feel like one of those things that maybe
Skull is
Pufnstuf
high.
has to sodomize all the characters for them to come to life.
And now you say I have moved HR Pufnstuf now, because you are right. He's definitely
I really wanted Skull to either come back or stick around forever.
Skull got at the end got like, I've got an idea. You could kill them with an angel. And I thought that was a bold. Skull had been on his mind.
Skull's like, hey, murder. It's just come to me. Could have done this the whole time.
Skull's pretty much like, what if you guys dressed up as, I guess, like their antagonists and just kind of fucking freaked them out? Skull's high, though. Even though he's committing war crimes, big fan of Skull.
Skull's like, you know what? I know they've now met you multiple times. I don't think they'll pick you from a crowd. I reckon dress up again and kill. Kill this time.
We won't put Book, though. Book is evil.
Look, Book is low. Look, and the reason I don't like Book is lazy.
Book's really lazy.
I think the thing is, and I know, I mean from a creative standpoint.
Oh, gotcha.
Because by the time Book got introduced, I said, what isn't alive? What isn't fucking alive here today?
I'd be stepping on the ground and be like, is this groundy?
I wouldn't know where to touch. I'd be like, is Wally alive? Yeah. Dory alive?
Well, the house
Planty
was alive, and you'd be like, where's the line?
It was, yeah, it's like, where do we stop? Because
you killing just like, what, am I killing it? I don't know.
I'd say, this is, as Jimmy, I'd say, Pufnstuf, you've got to give me some rules, because I don't know how to navigate this world, sir.
Him holding a flute going, oh, what the fuck is this?
Do we think the world is because the witches just kept casting more and more spells, so more things got more and more alive?
Are you saying that her spell is a curse, or are you saying the remnants of a spell would create,
I'm just saying,
a character like Seymour the Spider?
Yeah, it just feels like one of those things where the witches at a convention are fucking throwing spells at spiders until this guy rocks up and is like, kill me. And they're like, let's do that to everything.
You're hired. Get in my castle. You're my cauldron guy.
Wait till you meet Stupid Bat. You'll love him. This is the spider. I hate my life.
Book's low.
Book's low. Book's lazy and low.
Real low.
The witch is having an absolute reign of terror. And so we get introduced to one of my favorite characters in the film. Such a big entity.
Literally and figuratively. That's what I'm saying. You know, so in the, I looked this up. So essentially the witch is flying through the air. HR Pufnstuf, as he is, goes, hey, don't worry. We've got the power of the elements on our side.
I know the wind. And even Jimmy's like, you know the wind? Of course Pufnstuf knows the wind.
He's a little lizard with a spine.
It made sense to me when they were like, the wind, also a cowboy.
Yes.
Like Pufnstuf.
Yeah, so we've also got the west wind. Now, where do you want to put this west wind?
Look, the west wind is...
The effect, I don't think it's a good effect, but I actually love it
he comes in and he's like...
But he's like this, like painted, like paper mache
Yeah.
of like a cowboy in the sky. Beautiful.
He's so alive.
Yeah. Where do you want to put the West Wind?
I think he's easily the most helpful,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
yet he's sort of. I reckon he's like over here.
Yeah, I put him there.
I reckon he's like in between Skull and Pufnstuf.
Yeah, I agree.
He is very freaky, isn't he?
He's a terrifying entity.
Who do we think is like your favorite designed character here?
I mean, unfortunately, Judy the Frog has really just, ever since putting them on the board, really high. Dare I say, I want to go higher for Judy the Frog.
It's just what a fit.
Yeah.
She's sort of got a maid's fit on. She's kind of got freckles, like toad freckles.
Yeah.
It's just an incredible
It's
look.
all working. It's all working.
Yeah. I feel like as well, probably Fireplace.
Fireplace is good.
He's got good eyes.
The cigar
The
as
difference
well.
is the eyes.
Now, here's the plan, Carl, okay? At one point, Jimmy goes, this is a bunch of nonsense. I'm going to do this myself.
Oh, I thought this was so smart for Jimmy to be like, I'm going to leave them.
Yeah.
And they get through an entire 2-hour town hall before they realize Jimmy's not there.
Yeah.
And actually leave his opinion till last.
Yeah.
And I think that's telling of the people.
Because they're cowards, Carl.
They're all cowards.
Jimmy has to venture to the witch's castle again. So they've been back and forth, back and forth. I think it's the third time he's there. He does come across the evil trees. They're fun. I'm putting them.
Kind of, look, I forget about the evil trees.
forgettable.
I forget. Whoa, not even on the board.
Not on the board.
You hear it first.
I will say that they're not on the board because Mushroom comes in. Real like Mushroom.
Big impact.
Mushroom's big.
Huge impact.
Mushroom's huge.
Mushroom's huge. I would say he's pivotal to the plot and the story.
I do think he has an evil aura to him.
He sure
He's
does.
very evil.
One of the
But I don't know. I mean, I'm putting him here, but he's a great character.
he's definitely towards. He's looks the friendliest.
Yeah.
Easily the most evil in personality, but he looks very approachable.
Yes, 100%. I like we don't see I guess color because he's got green and red on him.
Yeah.
But, you
What
know.
a miserable mushroom.
Of course. Now, Jimmy finally gets to this castle. He disguises himself as one of the witches as they're doing the big grand hall thing.
I gotta tell you, Jimmy's quick. They're like, how do you know the witches? And he's like, I don't know, cauldrons and such. Like, okay, you can
Get
stay.
in there. That's what we say.
You're here for the witch convention, no doubt.
That's what we say. Now, this big witch convention, I feel like she's like pretty chuffed. She hasn't got the flute because Jimmy still has it, stolen it through back and forthness. She's going, fuck, I need the flute because quite frankly, the whole people are here. Boss witch just arrived. Boss witch is here.
Boss Witch is huge.
Yeah.
And I think better than Witchy Poo, but not as good as Hazel.
I agree. I'm putting Googie Gopher. I don't know how he got that high. I'm just going to push him down.
Oh, was he a gopher and not a mole?
I thought he was a mole. Don't you worry.
I thought he was a mole the whole time too.
Boss Witch, big vibe. This actress was a vaudeville star.
Yeah.
And pretty much finished it here. Married 7 husbands. I'm a big fan.
I think Boss Witch deserved an Oscar.
Yes.
Like, I think I've never seen a company come in and choose such scenery.
It chews so much scenery. Now, there is a bit of a side thing to Boss Witch. She does have a sidekick.
And this loses some points.
I would say lose some points. Dare I say maybe gain some points. It's just very blue for a child's puppet show. We are introduced to a sidekick. It is a rat who is a Nazi called Heinrich.
It's a big swing.
It's a big swing.
Frankly, considering we've got a hippie tree,
Yeah.
it's a really big swing.
It's a big swing. He has, I would say, almost an audio recording of Hitler's speeches as his voice, and keeps saluting. Very blue. I will put him in. I think it's a pretty how evil.
Surely the most evil character.
I will put Clang a little bit lower than him, and that's on him.
I would hate for Klang to meet Heinrich. It's nuts. That's what he's called. That is what the movie calls him.
Yeah, it's. I could not believe when I was making this whole thing. I went, Jesus Christ! I couldn't really understand what they were saying, but it is crazy. They have gone for the architect,
and yet Klang would worship him.
Of course he would. Clang spineless, and yet he follows fascism wherever it goes.
Yeah.
And that's why he's at the bottom.
I reckon Klang is going to look for Heinrich to be his new Kling.
You can't have fascism without followers, and that's what Clang is. And that's what Clang is, you know?
In a way, we're all a leader or a follower.
I do feel quite upset for TikTok because he is seconds away from being a Nazi.
But I think the thing with TikTok is he looks like he's seconds away from suicide.
Yeah.
And it's counting down. You can see it. You can see it. That second hand, once it strikes midnight, I reckon when this bell goes off, he's like, "Take me now."
It's done. It is very blue. It is crazy. I guess in the 70s, a lot of these kids' films had Nazis in them.
I love that in the 70s, they're like, we're going to tackle it.
Yeah, we're going to tackle it.
We're not going to shy away from it. We're tackling it.
It is funny. I feel like now they're like, they are such idiots, the Nazis. We'll put them in our... We need a quick way for people to know they're foolish, evil people. We'll make them a Nazi. And that was just quick and easy. I don't think Bluey has the balls nowadays to have a fascist leader in it. You know, that's what I'll say. I think they've gone either woke or not woke enough. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Bluey's a coward. I'll say it. Carl, that is... I think that's every character. So we've got a big thing. Now, this big witch conference goes off without a hitch.
It does. It's honestly just a really successful conference.
Yeah.
And you worry what Witchy Poo was even worried about the whole time.
I mean, at the start of this, you were putting in doubt that, her abilities, and she was quite emotional. But I do think, the results show itself,
I mean, she doesn't pull it off. It's the biggest massacre the witches have ever seen.
Yeah.
So it's definitely the worst convention.
When I said it didn't go off without a hitch, there was the slight hitch of the mass genocide of the witches.
That's right.
Yes. That wasn't great. That wasn't great.
They then sneak like a bomb onto her broom.
What the hell was
this?
Which
I thought was like out of nowhere.
So these characters all get Angel. Witchy Poo's like, that's it. I'm going to go blow up their land.
Jimmy has so many fits, doesn't he?
He does.
Because he's a witch, he's an angel, he's got a cowboy hat, and then he's just Jimmy with the flute.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I thought the flute was going to have magical powers or something.
Nope.
The fact that it's just a flute that can talk really makes you think that
I don't think we've ever shown the reason why people would want this flute, really.
Yeah.
Because what, it's a flute, or is it doing something else? Because I think, quite frankly, Witchy Hazel, a beautiful voice. My God. That shits over this flute. I'm putting the flute lower.
I would have turned my chair for the Hazel.
Of course.
Would have said, who's singing? No way! Which Hazel?
Yeah, no, you're totally right. What's it called? Witchy Poo gets blown up on her own broom by... where's the fool? It's this guy. He's sideways because he's a fool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do blow up the whole thing.
Does Vulture die?
I mean, you'd expect him to die.
Well, I guess Vulture can fly.
Yeah.
Because Witchy Poo's like, it also nuts to have a line that's like, why do the good guys always win? To be so self-aware. Like, a good villain is someone that thinks they're not a villain. And she thinks she is.
Look, I love her moxie. You can't, you're on the side of the Nazis. You can't.
I know, that's true.
You can't be like, oh, I don't know. I can't really claim ignorance here.
I just think it's nuts that they've said in this magical land of the living that Nazism still made it there.
Yeah, still made it there.
Big shame.
That's the power of hate, Carl.
Yeah.
It's not on, guys. And this podcast, we say no to hate.
I know. You got this little skull suggesting that they kill everyone.
Yeah. Look, even though the skull is a symbol of the Nazis, I do think the skull has a lot of moxie. And maybe that's just how fascist works. Maybe, oh, goodness.
Why is a skull there? Because it makes you think they killed in that home.
Yeah, I guess there's a human.
I wonder
skull.
whose house it is. Do you reckon it's Pufnstuf's house?
It's this fella. Who is it? It's Dr. Blinky. That's his house.
Oh, it's Dr. Blinky's house. Oh, I guess he has a skull because he's a doctor.
Yeah.
Or a cannibal.
Well, I say, well, he's an owl, so he wouldn't be. If it was eating.
Do you reckon he knows Vulture? Don't you think it'd be fun if Blinky and Vulture were in a relationship?
I think that's actually really quite specious of you to assume that two flying people would be dating. It's a bit.
Kling and Clang are dating, so there's clearly a pairs thing.
No, but he's at night, he's at day. That's just separate things. I think it's a very blind spot that you go through. It's not on. Stupid
I retract it.
Stupid bat and the.
You're
owl.
still doing flying.
No, but they're both nighttime,
Like a real random relationship would be like Judy the Frog and Seymour the Spider.
Well, I don't believe that. That's just not on.
No, because they got no chemistry. It's not a species thing, it's just the chemistry.
Yeah, no, look, he's a bland bitch, and quite frankly, Judy knocks it out of the park.
Judy's a star. She's made for Broadway.
I'm playing the palace.
Seymour Spider's not getting out of this land. He's got a funk to him, and he can't get out of it.
Now they all dance, and then it ends, Carl.
It's such a quick ending. We don't find out what was the purpose for the flute. We don't know if Jimmy ever gets home. I still feel like he's potentially in a nightmare land.
Of course.
And I think they're not letting him go if his only way out is by being eaten by a pelican. So I don't know if we've got a happy ending here.
No, we're sad, to say the least.
What a thrill.
What a thrill.
Thank God we did this. This movie has no plot.
No.
It's actually just constant shenanigans to one-up each other until Witchy Poo is taken down.
Isn't that everything, though?
Yeah.
Isn't that life?
That is life?
Yeah.
Honestly, this is a very introspective film.
Yeah.
Very life-affirming.
Carl, who would watch HR Pufnstuf?
A sincere answer? Probably for people that want to get high.
It does feel very 70s. At least now.
I think it could have a comeback if that's what people want to use this
Yeah.
this film for. It's that.
I gotta tell you, every single time this stupid bat, flies into a wall, I cackled.
Yeah.
I pissed myself.
So this is still high
I
stakes
was
comedy.
stone cold sober. If I was under the influence of something else, my God, this would hit.
So you're hearing it first. Oscar's favorite comedy since The Hangover.
Yeah. That's what the tattoo says. The
Yep.
tramp stamp says. Now, I think I agree. This is like so much fun. But it is. It's a fun, like, sort of odd, surrealist, like, puppet movie. I think it's
It looks great.
It's a great mood board, honestly. That's who would watch it.
It's just long at 90 minutes
Yeah.
sharp.
I think the problem is they just go back for, again, it is for maybe people underrate. So we
Yeah.
can't really be like, it hasn't really got a whole.
Well, isn't Pufnstuf a reference to Getting High?
I think people have sullied his name in some sort of a horrible
You're
way.
telling me this dubious giant lizard, maybe iguana,
Yep.
isn't just a reference to Puff the
This
Magic
is just
Dragon?
a big joint. Well, that's the thing. People will be very sullied the good name of those dragons. Sometimes they don't want to get high. You know, it's disgusting what
Yeah.
people do. No, I think they've sullied his name.
I reckon if you dug into it, the creators are like, you've nailed it. I reckon there'd be no shame.
Weed, coke, heroin, everything's very.
You tell me you
simple.
wouldn't come up with Freddy the Flute if you were just a regular man.
Oh, you were chasing the dragon, and on the 5th day, you think Freddy the Flute.
This is where life is. Life exists only within the Pufnstuf universe. Oscar, who would watch Pufnstuf?
Carl, if you're trying to scare your niece, you know, chuck this one on, or your nephew. It's gender neutral, you know. Carl, who would watch HR's Pufnstuf?
I think if you two suffer from character blindness, this one's on your side.
Yeah.
This one's saying we see what's wrong with you, and that's okay.
And that's okay. This
Yeah.
is a mess. This is a whole mess.
Oscar, who would watch Pufnstuf?
Carl, if you've just bought some white boots and a nice white hat, don't you worry, anybody can pull it off. This little freak nails it, and so will you. Carl, who would watch HR Pufnstuf?
If you want to see a film that just has every character, this is it.
Yeah.
Every character anyone's ever thought
Yeah.
of is in this movie.
It's life.
I
It's
too
life.
once thought of Seymour the Spider, tore my screenplay up when I saw him.
I've got a bland spider who's tending to a cauldron, and it's a 2-hour epic, and quite frankly, they've just nailed it.
Denis was on the direct. Tail between my legs, I had to call him. I said, I'm sorry, Denis.
I just saw Pufnstuf. It's 50 years old. Do you know that not only have they tackled our themes, but they've bested us?
He was like, well, surely we can still do Judy the Frog screenplay. I said, buddy, no, I'm sorry.
We're in pre. We're in pre.
We've done all the previous. We're down 20 mil. Oscar, who would watch Pufnstuf?
Oh, Carl, if you've just come across a magical instrument, don't pick it up. And this is your warning. You'll be sent off to this loony bin. It's just not on. Jesus Christ, Carl, who will watch Pufnstuf?
If you too want to know what happens when you skip band practice, this is the film for you.
It really is a warning, isn't this film?
is.
It's a hard. Just guys, stay straight. You know, don't-
Essentially, if you, this is what happens if you volunteer to play the flute and don't want to persevere with it, guys. You better do it. Otherwise, bad things happen to you.
100%, Mike. Thank you for watching this on YouTube or Spotify, or if you listened. It doesn't matter, you know. I feel we transcend audio and visual.
Yeah, I would like you to write in if you watch this on Spotify, because I just want to know why.
Yeah, brave.
Is that fine?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you can write into us at askWWTpodcast@gmail.com. If you have any recommendations, you can also email us there. What's our next month we're thinking of doing? Have we decided that?
We're undecided.
Yeah.
We do have the Oscars coming out next week. That is lining our sights. But after that, we're free as a bird, baby.
Yeah.
We're free as a stupid bat.
Or a skull. We've been having people write into us with some month ideas. So if you have some genuine month ideas, you
Yes.
can also reach us at askWWTpodcast@gmail.com. Oscar,
Yes.
do we do our big sign off?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.